Black labor in the South contributed to an enormous amount of wealth for these plantation owners. Black slavery built Southern railroads, ports, but not a lot of white people owned slaves in the South. And it was abolished in the North in like 1804. It was never even in the West. So yes, they contributed to building parts of America, but so did the Irish, the English, the Scotch, the Welsh, the Germans. Everybody built America. And when you say who built something, well, who designed it? Who was the architect? Who financed it? Labor's just a part of it. So if we're going to have a conversation about reparations, which I'm open to since I'm 1% black.
Yeah, that's true.
And I might get a check. You have to talk about it accurately.
I'm just trying to get myself together. I'm gonna have to do a live on this on my own Twitter, Sharon, because this mofo right here, with all kinds of exclamation points, trivializing the atrocity of chattel slavery in the United States of America. I am about to levitate out of this chair. Let me tell you something. On Unbossed, we don't play games. We show the requisite emotion for foolishness and mayhem. I want to see, let me just go on and amp this up because I'm going to say this several times in this segment. All the folks that came for Kyrie Irving, every single institution, where you at, NBA folks, every one of you, all y'alls, as my grandmother would say. I want all y'alls who came for Kyrie to come and get this dude. Okay, let's just go and lay that out right here, right now. Let's put up this headline. I'm gonna have to give this to Sharon because let me tell you something. Put it on over here on me one more time, y'all. This is not big enough. I will debate that dude anywhere, anytime with his ignorant behind. Because that is exactly what he is, ignorant. But you know what, ignorant is too nice for him.
Yeah.
Because that ignorant is just too nice, the grift. And then all the other white hosts on there shaking their head, nobody sitting up there checking this dude. Anyway, go ahead, team, go on, put the headline back up. Just do it for me, please. Fox News host says, people who financed it, meaning slavery, deserve credit for American infrastructure built by enslaved people. This is what this fool said. He represents the height of white supremacy and anti-blackness. And he's right out of the pages of the 15th century, 16th century, 19th century, 20th century. And some people rolling around like him right now, even in the 21st century. The dude fixed his mouth. And you know what? To quote my grandmother, because grandma used to always say, don't fix your mouth. He fixed his mouth to say this because it is open season on black folks. See, folks can get away. They can have their high profile jobs, say whatever they want to say about black people and continue to have their high profile jobs because nothing happens to them. Sharon, I just need you to step in here for me so I can just.
You're doing fine. You were doing fine. Yes, and I loved every second of it and I couldn't agree more. I don't know what you're gonna debate him with, Senator. Won't be facts. You can't be armed with facts and show up and debate this guy. He's actually sitting on national television with a fat contract and a fatter mouth, and he has a head injury. He's been wounded perpetually by American bigotry, racism, misogyny, all of it. He has a head injury that he will not recover from. And you're right, the awkward giggles, was that Judge Janine also on the panel? Listen, they all look constipated when he began to spew his disgustingness. But this is what happened, Senator, and I'm gonna give it back to you. This is what the best advice I got coming into television was another anchor who said, just be you. Don't pretend to be anyone else, Sharon, just be you. And that way you'll win, lose, draw as yourself. This guy grew up at the knee of Bill O'Reilly, right? That's really how remember, he would say little snarky frat boy stuff on the show and then he'd disappear like the Roadrunner. He would just like jet off. And then Bill O'Reilly left. Remember, he went on vacation, never came back. And then this guy is here with a platform. He doesn't even know what he's saying. He's just trying to get clicks and likes from his friends who wear those hoods. And it's really disgusting.
Yeah, it is. See, they wear the hoods under the blue suits these days. Yeah, that's what they do.
Tight fit.
Yeah, very tight fit. Sharon, we're gonna break this down part by part. So he talked about begging for reparations. Team, go ahead and put this up because we're gonna break this down for the folks. We about to undress this right here, right now. What are they preparing them for? They're preparing them to beg for reparations when they're older. This is laying the groundwork for these CRT cartoons on Disney Plus, is laying the groundwork for a younger generation of Black Americans to demand reparations when they're old enough to do so. Let's just go and straighten this dude on out. The Black community, they don't have to beg for anything. We not gonna beg for reparations. We demand reparations, and this country owes us reparations. See, had this country, when it was fighting the American Revolution, you know, when those folks were saying to the British Crown, y'all asking for too much, you're doing too much, you're not treating us right, we want our freedom from you. See, they could have abolished slavery right then and there as they were forming this nation, but oh no. They thought it very prudent to keep slavery as a carryover. So while they were fighting for their freedom, let me calm down. While they were fighting for their freedom from the British Crown, these mofos decided they were going to keep slavery. Okay, they kept it. And so they just gone and rolled that on over into the new creation known as the United States of America. About to break this down. So Jesse, boy, and that's what I'm calling you. We ain't begging for nothing. We making a demand. And this country owes us. Had this country paid our ancestors the 40 acres and the mule, we wouldn't be at this point. But since everybody else got reparations, people who weren't ever enslaved on this soil is chattel slavery, baby. Reparations are owed. So we ain't gonna beg. Our kids are not gonna beg. We not gonna beg. We are making a demand for the chattel slavery, which is a grievous injustice.